Hello and welcome to another episode of Absolute Shenanigans of Combos and Chill Dirty Talk. This is Dirty and this is my co-host, my wife. She's a phoenix.
Hi guys.
So want to welcome everyone to the show, and we're just gonna be chilling and just talking,
Yeah.
just like we were thinking of talking about her art, and why you don't start.
Well, I was just looking into different patterns because I'm so out of it right now because I've not drawn since ages.
I think since the moment we got to know each other.
Yeah, I think he came into my life and my art books were sad because I left them in a corner of the room. But I was just going through the patterns and because I draw a lot of Maori and traditional geometric patterns specifically. So I was looking into that and I suddenly remembered out of the blue. Do you know about crop circles, by the way?
No.
And you've never known about these?
I mean, when you explained it a bit to me, I told you which movie, but then you said there is much more into it. So
okay, so I'm gonna just show you guys what I actually mean, because I just wanna give a little bit of things. So these are what crop circles look like. I don't know if it's kind of blur, but they are patterns in the field. It's suspicious at how they just appear. For example, this one. Okay, so I don't understand how can someone have that kind of precise geometric measurements and stuff. And
exactly, Salman. What's up, Salman? You're in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. He also says haven't seen the movie Science. I've seen it. That's why I told her. The movie Science, the Mel Gibson.
Exactly, the Mel Gibson one.
Yeah.
So I was just looking into different patterns and suddenly I remembered because of the geometric shape and stuff, and I asked him, do you know about this? He's like, no. I said, okay, wait, I need to discuss it on the podcast because...
So, okay, for you, have you ever... I've seen some of your art that it has some geometric...
Exactly, because it's, different sizes and shapes of... just intricate patterns that, it's interesting to draw them, and then people, when they see that pattern, they're like, oh, that's unique, So this, I found it in the crop circles a lot, no one knows how they appear, by the way. No one knows. By the way, hi Salman, sorry. I'm such a nerd. I hope you had a wonderful day. And also regards to the wife. I was just
take it to this, you are doing Maori. By the way, guys, if you want to check her art, go to She's a Phoenix on Instagram, give her a like. And what's up, Bundle? Hi, Bundle is in the house. Thanks for tuning in, bro.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Did you take any classes?
No classes at all. I was into art since childhood, and I guess I have my mom to thank for, because she got me those, coloring books and stuff. So it started from there, and then it went into elaborate pieces, and I ended up designing tattoos for athletes and band members and drummers and normal people.
What was the first piece you ever did, and what was the? Do you still have
my
it?
first piece was done in 2017, and yes, I still have it. It's a wolf. I think you've seen it in my book with the moon.
Okay.
That's the one that I had done. The first piece, and it was for I think he was a biker, and it was like a very simple kind of a piece, but it was very interesting for me to draw because I have an infatuation with wolves already. I'm a huge fan of the wolves, and thank you, Salman. Thank you so much. It's just I really don't have any method or anything to get into it. It's just I listen to metal and I just draw. So it's very relaxing for me.
So back to the what was it? Crop circle?
Crop circles, yeah.
Okay.
So basically these appear in like randomly in fields, okay, and no one knows how they appear. For example, I saw a lot of documentaries, so I'm a huge ass nerd about this. There are so many scientists that try to like oh hi Sam, how are you?
Oh,
she's saying,
sorry, I completely forgot. I completely forgot. You guys should have told me earlier. This is what happens to you when you're like, you have so many things on your head. So sorry for the sound of the music.
I'm not shocked,
Yeah.
I'm married to him, so I know all this.
I'm very sorry. It happens sometimes. So what's up, Sam? Thank you very much for dropping by.
Hi.
How you been? How's things with you? What you been up to?
Oh yeah, see Salman saying aliens.
Yep.
So
that's the thing. You said they're not alien.
So exactly. So because scientists are still trying to figure it out. Like, how do the crop circles appear? Because they try different methods and like trying to step on the weed and the crops and like trying to like burn them, torch them, but they just don't appear the same way as they do from above.
He's eating zinger.
Why am I not shocked? Enjoy, Salman.
What's in the doka? It's just doha. It's nothing else. I wish it was something else.
Me too.
So by the way, guys, do you guys have any idea about this crop?
Yeah,
what?
crop circles. Yeah.
Sam, do you have any idea? I mean, Salman has a bit of idea
By
about it.
the way, Sam, how was your day? How was everything? Because I just came across her in Hadi's podcast, and
she was the interviewer herself.
Oh wow, her brain, like damn, like I want to interview her,
Yes.
So very interesting soul, and thank you for dropping by. And so it's so elaborate, and when you see these crop circles from top, okay, they are just so precise. Like the way the placement of each circle or each kind of pattern or design is so precise that people are trying to figure it out. Even if it is man-made, it can't be that precise because it's like acres of fields.
There is no machine for this.
Exactly. And they try to figure out because the way they are pressed down, the pattern of the grass or the crops, whatever that is, it's just so different. And when you even Google the images, it's like you are shocked yourself that damn, this exists on Earth. And it's not just like an America thing where aliens are
Sam is saying, yes, I lived in Texas, we had them around in the backwoods. It was always high school kids.
Oh, okay. So so we know one thing, high school kids are also a result of this. So it's very interesting for me because I grew up on Discovery Channel, so like I used to watch a lot of these conspiracy documentaries and like extraterrestrial stuff, and these actually are found all over the world. It's in Mexico, in Australia, and like wherever there's like open, widespread like fields. There are some like conspiracy theorists who say like there are like energy kind of points on Earth that they appear. So I'm not sure about this, but yeah.
Akhilesh is saying I'll be jumping around streams. We'll be jumping on to DJs. Exactly,
sure.
Bro. No worries, man. Thanks a lot, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Salman is saying aliens also visited India. Rakesh Roshan brought Jadoo. What?
Oh
what
my
Jadoo?
God! It's like E.T. but the Indian version.
Okay.
So
it's the Salman is having a Salman moment.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Just he's having a Salman moment.
Also, Sam is saying also the stocks don't break at the bottom from what I've heard in other
Exactly.
places.
Like when they are pressed down, they're just bent. Like how can you destroy something or press something down without breaking anything? You know, like that's so weird. And I saw
So
some
they
of the.
are not like cut.
They're
They
not
are-
cut. They're just pressed down and they're just bent. But they're bent in a way where, for example, if it is a circle, it's like pressed down in like a circular pattern. So it's very interesting that what kind of machine or tool or even if it's done by hand or
I don't think. I mean,
it's very.
It might be. I don't know. I know this is very far-fetched and it's a long shot, but it might be energy from the earth itself.
Could be. I mean, it's very interesting. Like
We have
people,
like so many type of energies that is still not,
yeah.
like discovered and
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Like-
I'm going with that. Thought.
Like like many scientists, they say that okay, these could be done by like aliens, and these have been existing for a long time before technology even existed with human beings. And
I mean,
because
you remember? Sorry to cut you. You remember
that's
when I
okay.
told you about the Om? You know Om.
yes, the energy.
The energy. The whole.
I'm
mantra,
Indian. I know.
yeah. Om, when they kept it in that. To be honest with you, I don't know what's the device name, but I think it can take a X-ray type of a picture of the sound and shows you the shape.
Yes.
It was a proper geometric, like triangle type of, the Star of David type of pyramid-looking thing. So if sound has this type of shapes, obviously sound has shapes. So
Yeah.
I don't I won't doubt it
And
if there's energy in
I
the
saw
earth.
exactly, because I saw the documentaries where different scientists were trying to press them down with handmade tools, with machinery that already exists on Earth, with tools that were used beforehand. So none of them could replicate the same pattern and the way they were, because what I saw is like they do carbon dating. Now carbon dating is when they take a sample of either the soil or a substance and they try to date it back when it was actually existing. Okay, so when they do that, it's like these crops are really old and they still are in that same pattern over the
And
years,
they
over
stay?
decades.
And
Yeah, they just stay. Even if there is winds or storm or whatever, they just stay. And they exist all throughout, even if it's raining or it doesn't get washed off. That's what I wanna emphasize on.
Sam, how many
So-
of them you've seen? Did you go with the school or something? They took you for a field trip or something?
I feel she's the first one who
Yeah.
I've ever seen. So.
Yeah. By the way, I love your art. You may need to draw me something.
Oh, sure, for sure.
Hit her up.
Yeah.
She's up for
it
this
would
type
be
of
my
stuff.
absolute honor to design something for you. So just let me know what do you need specifically, and there you go.
Yeah, she's one of these artists that she's down to sit down with the person.
Since you've said it, I'll show you something that was continuing, but I didn't get to finish the piece yet. So
you
I'll
want
just
me
show
to
you
get
that.
it?
No, wait,
I'll
I'll
get
get it. I'll get it. Wait. Wait, sorry. Second. So I just want to make sure it's okay. So this is what I'm working on, Sam. So this was a part of another piece, and it was not included in the person's tattoo. And yeah.
She's saying with payment, of course, guys, pay your artist. Yes,
That
we
would-
do,
that would
but
be
I
really
mean,
sweet
again,
of you.
because you're a friend, so we're gonna work it out. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Just leave me a message, and I can,
We can, stay in touch. We can see what you want. We can do a Zoom call if you want.
Yeah, because usually I'm very I get into detail with how they want it, where they want it, and of course each tattoo has a meaning behind it. So,
Exactly, man. Salman is saying friends should be the first to support their artist friends.
I really appreciate that thought, because that's what I have tried since I came into the open, with supporting artists here in Middle East, especially with. I had a little bit of restrictive life, so now that I have the freedom to do that, I can, I'm trying my best.
Love it. My boyfriend is a Leo. Nice. So I might convince him to get this.
Sure. together. That would be lovely. I mean,
by the way, you might take this, but this is gonna be on a shirt for me, like a T-shirt on for me, because I love her designs, and already I kind of pre-booked some of it.
He loves that. There's one like a heart with a serpent on it on my page, and he loves it absolutely. He wants it here. So yeah, I mean, I can
for sure just hit her up.
I'll finish the piece as soon as I can, and yeah. So you do tattoo? Yes, exactly. I do tattoos.
Maybe he's asking if you do the tattoos yourself. No, she doesn't do the tattoos herself, but she's a tattoo designer.
Wait, if you mean drawing needles, I don't. I just design them because I haven't been trained yet, and you know how UAE is with you know, there's not much places where I can actually go learn. There are a couple of places I feel, but
they're much more of cosmetics because you know my sister is doing it. So,
exactly. Yeah. So the few places that I know that are in Dubai Hills and stuff like that. So I just design. Yeah. Dirty, you have a lifetime subscription.
Yeah, man.
It's. I mean, I would have never thought that I would get into this designing tattoos and stuff. But I guess it started from 2017. I actually had an old Instagram page where a lot of my art was there, but was taken down by Instagram because of few reasons. And yeah, I had to start all over again with a new name. And ones
I mean, she had a kind of a sad run.
Yeah, so I still haven't.
Tell them about the story. You lost, like some people were stealing your art.
Yeah, there were a lot of people that were. Yeah, they were taking art from my page, not giving me any credit, and I caught a couple of them, and I tried to report them, but. You know, Instagram is like I don't really get any rights or.
Why are you going far away?
Because I know you are, because I had like around 700 plus followers, and they were all like dedicated kind of you know, fans of the art, and they were just you know, sweet people, and I lost so many guys because of.
Sam is saying she can hook you up with the artists to train under if you like.
Sure.
Here in Dubai? Or?
I would love that. I mean, because I know so many people who have asked me about this, like why don't you just start doing the tattoos yourself, which is him as well. So I would love to. It's great. Like you know, I might just draw teardrops on him when he wakes up one morning. Like Lil Wayne.
Why?
Because you know, he'll be my practice dummy. I'll just tell him, please, can I practice?
What are you gonna answer your folks? You're gonna take me there, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I have like a very strict family background, so I don't think.
Like, you know what's the stupidest part ever is that, you know, I don't want to drop names, but they were telling her that designing, even drawing these things, if you're drawing a face or some sort of a creature, you're actually playing God.
Because it's like I come from a Muslim family. It might be a shocker for a lot of people, but yeah, it's just too restrictive, and they were really. Oh yeah, she's saying we need women in this field, in this region. I mean, yes, 100% yes.
Salman is saying little dirty.
Little dirty. So yeah, that's a great thought actually, because there are so many women out there who are like you know drawing, but if they are given this tool, they can put their, like, that's what mesmerizes me about being a tattoo artist. Like, you immortalize your ink on someone's skin, like, you know, it's like for life on their, I mean, not immortalized, but like, you know what I mean, it stays on their skin, and it's till they're old. Like, that's such an honor that you would want to get inked with someone's art, you know.
Well, so I mean, Sam, if you, I mean, we would love to get in touch with the person that you know, and thanks a lot for your help. It means the world.
I know, thank you so much.
I mean, as Salman mentioned, it's like, it's very little you get help from people, you know. Yeah,
exactly. And even his band, they are suffering because the same reason of censorship and like people taking credit for stuff.
The thing is, like, what's up, Saram? What's up?
Hi.
Thanks a lot for dropping by.
He's saying, hey, hello, beautiful and Nazi. Are you hitting on my husband in front of me?
So I was saying, the thing is, like, our page, our band page got hacked without us knowing, and then there was just a random trailer of the what you call the chipmunks? I don't know. Some
I don't
rat
know.
movie.
There was some rabbit
Yeah,
kind of.
rabbit, like rat movie, and then it's like it was dubbed in Russian, and we were like, what the hell is this? Like, we've been following up with Facebook for like the past couple of months,
I'm so
and
sad because they're currently recording their next set of songs, so I'm just
Facebook is gone.
But yeah,
y'all married?
Yeah,
me and her are married, but Salman Six Stringer is married. Forfeit Saram is married.
Yep.
And Sam, what about you? Are you married?
We got married in December, by the way, so we're just newlyweds. Still, like, it's been 7 months, but yeah, you don't have to show the ring.
No, I just wanted to do the Beyonce song.
All the single ladies. All the single ladies.
I need a background on all.
On y'all. Okay, so
Saram, Salman, come on, just talk with Sam in the comment section, and we're here. You guys already know us.
Well, I guess that.
Yeah, you can tell about your background.
Yeah, I mean, because he had this show going on before as well, but not on Twitch. But he used to like.
I was on Facebook.
On Facebook, exactly.
Yeah,
so I was following a lot of fellow like people in the music and art scene here, and one of their pages had his podcast on it on their stories, and I came across that, and I was like, interesting, because I was in that zone of like trying to support and follow all the artists that are coming out of the Middle East, especially in metal music or like art in general, like in whatever. But so I found his page. I loved what he was talking about, because I noticed that he was bringing on a plethora, like a variety of different kinds of artists that I never knew, and they are all talented people. And the way he was like asking him everything. So I met him there, and then I came to know about his music. I came to know about his band and everything, and then
basically Prince Charming.
Yeah, you mean knight in tinfoil?
Tinfoil. Wow.
I don't know.
Okay, Saram is Sam is saying, yes, girl, we love a go actor them. Oh.
Yes, girl, we love a go after them queen. Go after them queen. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
you are like the human autocorrect.
Yeah. I just know, because I do it myself, because I have tiny thumbs, so I do a lot of mistakes while typing.
Not tiny thumbs is much more of.
I just type really fast, so I just fuck up.
I have fat thumbs.
So yeah, so.
Saram is saying interesting. Random Iranian in Banyan smoking doha and talking about random shit. What?
I don't even know what is that referring to.
I'm not in Banyan.
But yeah, so I followed him, and I started liking all his things, and we just talked a few days later. I think I posted a meme, and he responded to
I mean,
that meme.
both of us are memeaholics. So
yes, exactly.
If you see our Instagram chat, it's just like videos.
Yeah, mostly I post a lot of bullshit on my stories.
Oh, listen, if you're driving, please don't text. Don't text.
Don't text at all.
Just listen to us.
Yeah,
thanks a lot. This means
try to be safe as much as possible, but that's like that. She's tuning in while driving. So
Sam, thanks a lot. Really, it means the world to us, but please don't put yourself in danger.
Can we have a thing for like MVP? Like, she's the MVP of this one.
Exactly, man. And Saram is saying
that's when I stop. Oh. That's when I stopped receiving food posts from Dirty. Oh man, I'm so sorry, Sarim, but now he does that with me, along with cats and cars.
Yeah. No, don't worry, I will send you.
We both like car modifications and classics.
All of my browser is just these.
Yes,
Sam
exactly.
is saying a social media modern love story.
Exactly. I mean, you know that when we met, there was a lot of instances where we must have definitely crossed paths, because he was coming to the area where I was living in, and.
Okay. I'll tell you my
so I was like, how come I never like met you? Because I met so many people who and I was in touch with a lot of people who are your circle.
Yep.
And I was just wondering that how come we never crossed paths? And then it just randomly happened that we clicked. Our dark humor clicked.
Saram is saying also everyone knows everyone in Dubai.
Exactly.
I mean, the network was very small.
Yeah, and I was just glad that I came into his life at a phase where he was mature enough and not like other men. So I guess that was what was basically what was attracting me towards him. He was very mature, yeah, and there was no childish behavior. There was no like I didn't have to like
Childish
run.
behavior. You're taking care of a child every day.
But you were my baby.
Aye.
Okay.
So the thing is, like, last year it was my last session on Combos and Chill, and I was planning to stop it anyways because my situation was kind of a up and down situation. Some of the guys in the comments, they know about it, and I kind of had to leave the country, and all these things. It was just a shit show.
Yeah.
So suddenly a wild Pokemon appeared. So we clicked. That's the main thing. We actually clicked, like literally on point. And
so I was saying, all right, guys, get a room. we
have a room. Yeah. So I'm saying, Sarma is saying, Dirty, when the fuck we became mature? What is Nazis?
No, I mean, there is a goofy side of him which I really appreciate also, where he's a just a goofy child, and like I like that as well, because I never got to be a child myself. Because how Indian girls are raised, they are like, oh, you need to take responsibility, take care of family and stuff, and they just grow up so soon. So I never got to do stupid shit, and like with him, like now I can just be my true self, and even if I fumble, make mistakes, he'll make fun of me, I'll make fun of him. It's just.
Oh man, it's been a crazy ride. I mean, Saram was in the midst of it. I mean, one of the.
But he does have a mature side where, we don't have any serious arguments or anything. Like if there is any, he will always like try to reason. I will always try to reason, and
we have fights over food, music.
Yeah, food. I mean, I hate raisins, so that's the only thing I argue. Other than that, I'm okay.
We fight over the AUX cable. Sometimes.
I mean, because I want to play some heavy shit, and he wants to play bullshit mumble rap. So that's that's the second thing we fight on.
We talk about this every time.
Every time. So
I mean, it was a crazy run, but. How we ended up in this topic? Oh, Sam asked.
Sam
was
asked.
Our background?
Because I think that she saw us first before. I think only with Hadi. So
food fight is universal. Saram is saying World War III veg biryani or mutton biryani.
I mean, what I would rather do is like make. What is she saying?
Sam, girl, give us the dirt. What are the things that piss you off about him? Let's put it all in.
Okay, so I don't think that.
Come on, the red carpet is all yours.
No, I mean, no, seriously, baby, I'm not bullshitting. You know me, like I'm straight up, like I don't have any filters or anything. I'm just like very frank with what I feel and think. It's very simple to see the difference between him and other guys, because he's very like family oriented. First of all, he was raised so well by his mom. Other than the fact that he asked me every 10 seconds, how am I? Do I need anything? Every 10 seconds. So like I've never had that kind of like pampering behavior where, because I was taught to be independent, and like I was running around taking care of everything back when I was not married. So this was very new for me, and I never had the princess behavior. Like treatment. So other than that, the loyalty is the biggest factor that I am so proud of, that I have a husband who's like has that core value that he has to be loyal to me. And that is very like, even from his eyes or mind or heart, like he's like completely focused on the marriage. So that's like an advantage, I guess. Flaws, I don't think I can ever say anything, because I
mean, there is flaws. I'm sure there is flaws. It's just one of these things that we let go under the radar.
So he calls himself a pessimist, and he makes things difficult on purpose for himself.
Hey, I have a guy in the comment that can roll in my favor.
But okay, so I'll give you the real dirt. I mean, see, every person has their flaws, which come from a place of either trauma or things that happen to them, or any kind of betrayal or something, or that it triggers that kind of defense mechanism. So whatever he must have done or said, or what, I know the reason behind it. That's why I will never get angry. I will never I'll try to always reason with the guy. That's the thing.
To be honest to you, Sam, the only person in this world that I've told her several times that actually takes the time to understand what I'm saying, and give me tries my idea a bit, and then either she adjusts it, or she just completely tells me, no, this is not good, let's move on with this, because she dealt with her own life, with her own structure and her own style, and I've done it on my end, and it kind of came to our advantage that we can manage better.
Exactly. And I think we met at a stage where we both were sick and tired of all the world's bullshit, and we just found comfort in each other's ways. We are so similar in our souls. We find so many similarities that it's easy for us to overcome any kind of argument, any kind of hurdle, and it doesn't last long. That's the thing, that's the advantage. He could just hug me when I'm pissed and I'll just melt. So so he has that advantage.
So Saram is saying he was spoiled by his sister. Believe me, no, not at all. And Sam is
his elder sister. I agree, actually, Saram.
So Sam
also,
is saying,
we are letting the mumble rap disc go. Okay.
So you like mumble rap?
Okay. So I'll let that go.
Salman is saying being focused on marriage kind of shows maturity.
Exactly. So that's why I'm with him. Otherwise, if he didn't have all these qualities, trust me, I swear on everything in this life that I have right now, I would not be with him if he did not have those qualities, specifically loyalty.
Sure.
Well, I swear, I'll be like, go. Get out.
So Sam is saying love it for you guys, and
thank you
thanks
so much.
A lot, Sam.
Thank you. Actually, no one has asked such a
deep one
question on the. That's why I love having her on the podcast. She asks questions that I would never be ready for.
Sam, you're a very interesting person. I would love to meet you.
I would love to sit down and have a cup of coffee. This is why I talk. I'm a walking like a typo.
That's why I need to rearrange her every 10 minutes. So Salman is saying, Dirty, I understood you during beginning era of AKB. Exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
So he knows you at the crucial stage of life.
Sam is saying, and no, I'm not married.
By the way, for people in the podcast, AKB is Alpha Kenny Buddy. That is his band. It's Alpha Kenny Buddy. That's the 3 words are there. So well, that's a wordplay. Very smart.
Sam said she's not married. From the previous question, I prefer living in sun.
Oh.
And sin. Okay, that escalated to.
If I had a hat, I would tilt it for her. Damn.
Wait, Sam, are you driving again? I mean, if you're driving, don't text, please.
Really, we just want you to get home safely.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried.
Yeah.
But I would love if you shed more lights of that.
I can understand what she means, because I got out of a bad relationship in 2019. So after that, when you get out and have a little bit of freedom, so I can understand what she means. Also, you're just in your world, you take care of yourself, you're happy with your own company, you don't want anyone in your safety bubble, I guess. And it's you do your shit on your own time. So I guess the freedom is, I get that, but yeah, I'm happy now. So I mean, I'm really
the
happy.
thing is, she gets very excited on very simple things. For example,
I'm a kid in that as well.
I remember after our engagement, she was like, babe, can we stay out till 1 a.m.? I'm like
I was that naive, because I never went past curfew, because strict Indian family. So you can imagine that was one of my things on my bucket list, to be out late.
So she says that she wants to be. Wait, Sam is saying, don't worry, you guys. I type when I stop, but then it's speed typing.
Oh,
still,
okay.
Sam, I prefer. I mean, this means the world to us that you're actually tuning in while driving. It means everything to us. Thanks a lot for the support, but please be safe. I don't want to you get into trouble by the cops or
exactly.
God forbid any accident. I mean,
I know, God forbid.
So Saram is saying you were definitely missing out on the useless convos at times till 4 a.m. in the morning. Exactly.
I mean, to be honest, I don't have.
You remember you were asking me I don't know, something happened on WhatsApp, and they're like, oh, why you guys talk about this shit? I'm like, where have you been when we were sitting with the guys? And literally, from stupid shit, we move to another stupid shit, then we end up in food, then we go to
I mean,
like
that's the
another
best kind
stupid
of
shit.
conversation. That's the best kind of conversation, you know. It's also for us together also when we sit.
Like for me and Saram, mostly was food. Mostly food.
Yeah.
And we talk about games a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, Salman and Saram used to, you know, butt head about
Yeah.
games and shit.
I mean-
Salman, I hate you.
I mean, by the
You
way,
still
guys,
Mortal Kombat.
by the way, guys, I have always like encouraged him to go spend time out with his friends and try to give them his time. He is so stubborn and doesn't listen to me. And like, if you guys think that he's just become like a married man, it's because it's his choice. I always encourage him that, baby, take time out for yourself. It's good for your.
You can't blame me because in my ex relationship it was fucking boring. I mean, you can ask the guys. They were like, yeah, exactly. I really miss you, bro.
So that's why I tell
Dude,
him,
I
like,
mean, my
sometimes,
ex- dude, my-
Sarim, by the way, there are literally times when he recalls stories and he tells me something. He'll remember randomly about shit you guys used to do together or eat or
Yeah,
talk
man.
about, and then he just sits and tells me, Nazi, I miss Sarim. I'm like, okay, go tell him, spend time with him, game with him. No, Mafi. Wallah.
There is not time. There is not time. Wow. Mostly food, easy for the man because they don't carry that weight. We just double in size. Hey, what the hell, man? Come on. No, it's not that, dude. We are
Actually, we
like,
both gained weight after
Yeah.
marriage because, first of all, my cooking, and second of all, he was introducing me to a lot of the world outside that I never got to see and taste, I guess.
For the guys in this region, like Dubai, Salman knows it, Saram knows it. Sam, if you've been in Dubai, you would know this as well. She never had rotisserie chicken. So that night, on Friday, I took her out after the stream, after Hadi's stream, and I'm like, let's go have this because the place is like 24/7. They're open
and it's apparently so old, and I've never
Very
been to that
old.
area, although I've lived in Dubai, like 17 years
so
now.
She was just having her time with the rotisserie chicken. It's like such a simple thing. She never had it.
And
you
it's
know?
not something very pricey or anything, or something like a fad or like a trend or anything. It's just such simple food, and I never had it. This is where you bring in the Tim's intervention story. What?
What is the Tim? Wait.
Oh, do you mean the Tim Hortons one on Sheikh Zayed Road?
Yeah. Wait, are you talking about the Salman
The
intervention?
intervention for. I know this story, by the way.
Oh man, dude,
Oh,
that night was
Bichara.
legendary. We stayed up till like 5
Oh
a.m.
my God! See, we guessed it.
It's like we stayed up to like until 5 a.m. and our good friend Ali Square, he snapped.
Yeah. So
He
so
snapped.
Sam, for a background story for you, like, because these guys are all a group of friends together, so they're all musicians, and yeah, actually, Sam, I was in a bubble. The bubble was called Indian Family Restrictions. So
Man, believe me, the thing is like when I asked her, like, believe me, she tried KFC chicken with me.
I never had like that kind of fast food
the
because
thing
I
is,
was
like,
never allowed
no,
to.
it's,
I guess. I don't know.
I mean, aside of that, apparently your dad doesn't trust most of the restaurants.
He
in
doesn't
Dubai.
allow us to eat
Yeah,
out or like
doesn't let
order
you
in
eat.
or whatever. So we used to mostly try to make everything at home, and
that's why her cooking is amazing. So.
Thank you, baby. But yeah, that was one of the reasons. Like, my parents were never into that fast food culture that take your kids out to eat. They were
Yeah, I
never
mean, whatever
into that.
they've done, they just did it at home.
Yeah, I mean, before, to be honest, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that I come from very like humble beginnings where we were literally poor, so they couldn't afford that for me. But at least when we got a little bit better in our life, we could afford the food or like have it, but it never happened. I guess he was just
I mean,
like too
at least
much
I
into-
have a lot of like a plethora of things to show her now.
Yeah, exactly. So it's always interesting for me, and he sees me eat like a random new flavor ice cream or something like that is so like either cheap or just normal, but I'll enjoy it as if like a child is tasting something for the first time because I've never had it before. So
Sam is saying I went to an Indian school, although high school, so I get a girl. I was trying to always rescue my girlfriend.
Exactly, there you go. So my life. So it was even more strict because I'm the only girl and there's a younger brother younger to me, so I didn't have much room to have anyone support me, and I guess it's just a cultural thing. So
exactly.
now that I'm thankful,
like,
I'm really thankful that I'm married to a person who's now giving me the freedom, and he's okay with me trying things and having a a life where I can actually have freedom with my art and my personality and everything. So yeah,
I mean, the thing is,
grateful.
like, I always tell her, like, I come from the background of always no, and that whole mind trap and that whole mindset is always in our head. Like, for example, for me, when I used to like you know, when we go grocery shopping, I tell her, like, I hate Kinder Surprise eggs and I hate Chupa Chup lollipops because
1 second. I'm so sorry, baby.
yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine. We need to attend to the
She's
comments.
saying, did you marry to get out of the home? Probably not the full motivation, but partially. Did you settle? I mean, no, because as I said before, that I came out of a very bad relationship in 2019. I was going through so much trauma that I decided for life that I don't want to marry. When I met him, literally,
same.
The first,
I never had
the
like,
first
this
discussion. Yeah, the first
at the bottom of the barrel.
Exactly. The first discussion we had, and I told him already clearly, let's see, I don't have the mindset of that right now. So it was very difficult for me to,
like, Sam, take it this way. We didn't even propose to each other.
Yeah, we
Like,
don't remember proposing each other. Like, after a couple of months after marriage, we asked, like, do you remember? I said, no, I don't remember. I was like, so yeah.
So,
No, but it wasn't the motivation at all, and it was. I actually, as I told you, I had my freedom. I was enjoying my time with myself, and he just came along, and I don't know. It just became a thing where I just wanted to settle down with him because I knew that I could never find a heart like his. You know.
For me, it was much more of the click. Like, for instance, we used to like
I can sit down with him at 2 a.m.
Out of 10 things, we like 9.
Yeah,
like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And I can sit with him till 2 a.m. in the morning, and we can have conversations about the universe, about humanity, about so many deep things. Like, I've never been able to have that kind of intellectual kind of compatibility. So I guess this was perfect. So Salman saying it's on record. Even Saran Remembers Dirty has said he is never getting married. But see, what made you make exactly? So what made you make the decision?
I mean, first of all, I was in like the most darkest place of my life. I literally didn't know where I'm going. There was like a couple of countries on the table. I was just left and right, left and right, asking my friends. I was asking Saram about, like, you know, migrating other places and stuff like this. So I've been all over, like, talking to my friends.
Like, he literally wanted to move out of the country to have a better life as well.
So then, you know, Phoenix appeared and we just clicked. We talked about music. The thing is, like, I've never even had the most simplest things with my ex relationship. I never had even like, dude, this talking, fuck no, never gonna happen. Maximum was like, it was just like maximum 5 minutes, and where you want to eat, okay, we go there, and that's it.
That is so bad.
I mean, it was crazy for me. So I was in a long-term like proper 9-year relationship. The guys know about it. So, and for me it wasn't like, you know, just like I didn't choose it just to get out, but it was just one of these situations. It was so good to refuse.
Yeah,
it was just everything falling into place.
Saram is saying agreed. Sam is saying, if you decide to have little monsters, would you raise them different to how you all were raised? Well, first of all, we don't want to have kids as of now or any time in the future because but adoption is on the table. Yeah,
so, but not anytime soon.
Because already, like, I have the genetic condition for PCOD, so already my ovaries are fucked. So conceiving is going to be very difficult already. So I told him that instead of stressing ourselves, let's be at a point where we can afford to have kids. Then let's decide if we want to try or to adopt, because my dream was always to adopt a refugee child or someone from a war zone or something, so that, you know, I can shelter them, and, you know, just like, it's always been on my bucket list. So if we are at a point where we can't afford one, I would rather adopt.
I mean, for me, why I'm vouching for the idea of like, you know, adopting a kid is that because, I mean, she knows me, and I kind of proven myself. I kind of like find it hard to manage myself, you know, like, so it's not that I'm scared to have a kid. It's just that, again, as she said, financially, you need to have that backbone. You cannot, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Other than that, for example, my husband, if he's not in the right kind of mental state to be a father.
It's not even about that. imagine you're gonna bring another
human being,
like, you know, poor guy or girl, he or she didn't even sign up for this thing.
Exactly.
You bring it to the world, bam, it's all like bunch of problems. I know I am like, you know, generalizing the whole thing. There is ways to, you know, tackle these problems, but what I went through, I would never want my kid to go through. And
same here.
Like, for example, the abuse we had in school, like, you know, the bullying.
Not just
or
school,
like, you know,
I had an abusive childhood at home itself. So
we are not anti-kids, but we are anti-kids when it comes. I mean, I'm anti-kids. Wow.
She's saying, fuck them kids.
Hold your horses, woman.
I mean, Sam, to be honest, like, I am completely opposite to his personality with kids, and he sees that and he feels sad sometimes, but because I love kids in the capacity that as long as it's someone else's, I'll babysit them, I'll take care of them.
We were having ice cream and the kid is just rubbing the whole thing so on the table, like putting it in his mouth, and his mom is just like, fuck this shit. Okay. Why he is here?
Okay, so a baby, that happens because parents, nowadays
it's not only one, Nazi. You go everywhere. Our parents were like this. Do you think your mom had the fucking mentality for taking care of you, or my mom?
No,
dude,
they were not ready.
We have friends with kids that we actually, like, when we met them,
I was a surprise for my parents.
She was telling Phoenix, don't have kids.
Yeah. She was one of his friends. The first time I meet her, and then she's like, "What are your plans and stuff?" So I explained everything, and she's like, "Don't have kids." I'm like,
it's
okay.
Like first thing ever.
Thank you for the advice.
So I mean, it has its own background with us.
Saram is saying the era we were raised was a completely different era. Those methods will never or can never be repeated again.
Exactly.
I'm sure I had sand as a kid. Exactly. You know, I used to have those paint chips on the wall as a kid. So I like the bullshit that we've done. Of course, that, you know, you need to monitor, and not just that, dude. My fear is that imagine giving birth. Okay, listen. Imagine giving birth to a child or adopting one, and then you have to. The moment giving. Can you listen, Haiwan? So Haiwan means like how do I explain animal? but it's an Arabic term, so I just wanted to translate for Sam. So it's like. Imagine letting that child out in the world. Like, for example, you know, kids get, sorry for a better word, but like, you know, interaction, unwanted attention from men or like people. And it's like, exactly. So like, it happened with a lot of kids, and many people I know personally, and the pain that they go through, it's not worth at all to have a life that goes through without, like, you know, there are parents that don't monitor the kids.
Dude, so many of them, they don't monitor their kids.
So like, I understand their pain. So like, it's insane to have that kind of responsibility of a mind and a soul and a body that you are responsible for, and then you just let it out in the world, and anything can happen. So I'm paranoid that way.
First of all, let's get back to the comments. She's saying, Sam is saying, I'm a full-on teacher. Amazing. And sometimes I look at these kids and I'm like,
man, I can't imagine what your parents go to. And other times I'm like, I'm sorry, these are your parents. Exactly. And
Salman is saying also, we weren't
twerking on the, exactly. Yeah.
I will give you a backstory of me. For example, for me to be with the cool guys in the school, I had to join them.
Yeah.
So until 6th grade, I couldn't stand up for myself. I couldn't fight. Like, and like, I'm sure if you are aware of the, I've studied in Persian school, so it was all boys, guys. Wow, boys.
Are you okay? Are you lagging?
I'm trying because my brain is processing a lot of things on the go.
Yeah. No.
So we were in a boys' school, so we used to get into fights. So I had a friend of mine. I don't know where is he. I've like lost contact for more than 15 years with him. He just came up to me. He's like, listen, go to the guy. Shove your face in his face. Do your thing. If anything happened, I'm here to back you up. Dude, I went to the class. I beat the shit out of the guy. Next day, I just see different reactions from people. I'm suddenly the cool guy. I reached to high school. You were the
mafia of the school.
We were the vigilante crew, you know. Ooh, like, you can take it this way.
Boy.
So it was crazy. So I can't sit down and let my dude, another instant. This is how much of a backlog problems I had in school.
Yeah,
so I
because
can talk
basically
about
why he's trying to bring all these points is because like he's talking about the influence other kids can have on.
Yeah, this is one of the.
Because I know your thought process. I'm trying to like.
The thing is, like, for example, when I used to get into shit in school, I used to get like called in by the principal in the office, and they used to beat us with the air conditioned cable.
Oh my
it's
god,
thick ass cable,
insane.
and they used to instead of using.
We used to get smacked on scales with our knuckles.
Scales were like it was
on knuckles, dude.
Okay, anyway, what happened? So my dad comes to the school. They call my family in. My dad comes, and there is a saying in Persian is like take the meat and give us the bone. Basically, it's kind of like hospitality type of thing.
Yeah.
So he used to tell the guys this. So obviously the guy will take full advantage. He was like, yeah, if his parents are not giving a fuck, and my dad is fucking busy. So what the fuck you want is like fuck.
That's what I'm telling you, that if you take your eyes off of your kid, you don't know what the hell is happening behind your back, and that's a nightmare for me.
Again, I'm not saying that everyone will end up in this, but most of the people I know,
it's just our fears.
We missed on a lot of. Well, just gonna scroll up again on the comments.
Okay, so she's saying, Sam is saying, wait.
Okay, full on teacher.
You need to scroll down a little bit.
Yeah.
When I run the world, people will have to be tested to be allowed to have kids. Full on license. Exactly. That's a fucking great idea.
That's a great idea.
Sam for president.
And
I wanna really support this.
Salman is telling Sarim, funny guy. Where's my glasses? There's another story to this.
Okay.
Boy gaze. Oh, Nazi scale on knuckles. He knows about it. And Salman is saying, oh, remember bloody knuckles. Sam is saying,
see, told you.
Yeah, Indian schools were rough. Made me stronger though. Not to mention the racism. Oh, dude.
That's insane.
Forget about all these things, but these are just
Indians themselves. Also, they do that with like North South or like some other region or some other
the thing
minor
is like
sect within other religions.
What I'm saying. my ideology of having a kid is like, okay,
there's no faith in humanity at
no
this
forget about that. If you know how to, like, take it this way, our parents didn't learn from their own mistakes. They just jumped on that hamster wheel.
Their own mistakes or the others' mistakes.
What I'm trying to say, they just jumped on that same hamster wheel that everyone is there. They just kept on going, took a break, again went on the cycle.
Like,
no one, like, okay, me and you, we actually can sit down now and dissect it and look, okay, this part makes sense, this part, like, this part doesn't.
Yeah.
And why these two been, like, not confronted? And
like, for example, I'll tell you, because you bought on the hamster wheel kind of thing. Like, for example, this is a very personal thing, but then this tells the point, so I'm telling this. Like, for example, when I asked my mom when I was a teenager that why doesn't dad hug me, and she said that because his dad didn't hug him. This is the explanation I got. So this is what happens with parents. They just follow the way that they were raised and they saw their parents treating them. It becomes such a mental cycle, So it's like, it's just an example, but yeah.
Saram is saying there is no right formula or rule book to raising a kid that would be right. Exactly. It's all about faith, dedication, and exactly. It's like anything else.
And I told him that, see, if I would want to raise a kid, I would take time off work and like actually focus on the child, because I cannot like.
I would never let him or her with a nanny or something.
No way. I cannot trust anyone other than you and I.
Prime example is my niece, and like she has a lot of problems coming
because
up.
her mom, like his sister's working.
Like, so it's a bit of a shit show,
Yeah.
So Sam is saying there was a point when I was considering having kids, had to do a full-on research on homeschooling, because I kind of agree with homeschooling. Was no way I was sending my little black kids anywhere. And Sam is replying to Saram, absolutely not. You can study, you can plan. This is the problem. Throwing everything on fate is a terrible idea.
That's why we have planned it this way. Like, I agree with Sam a lot. It's you can have that kind of knowledge as your basis first.
Exactly.
To educate yourself, like what you need to do right. And
Saram, take care of yourself, man. Stay safe, and thanks a lot for dropping by, man.
Yeah, take care, Saram.
Take care, man.
Regards from Maria.
Take care and stay safe, bro.
Bye, take care.
I mean, Sam, I completely agree with you on the homeschooling thing, but again, that itself is another big ass challenge for parents itself. But it's one of these. This topic is so vague.
Yeah.
And there's
even with the homeschooling,
so
like you
many
need to,
room for debating.
dude,
you know?
you need to sit with the person and like try to get to know if he's actually good for the child who's teaching the child at
No,
at your
homeschooling,
home.
it's us. It's the parents.
Oh, okay. I thought that
So
someone
no.
comes in.
Yeah, I
and,
mean, like, I don't know. I mean, Sam, shed some more lights on what you believe in.
yeah.
But again, for like the whole having a kid situation, we're kind of putting it like kind of last, like, you know,
back burner,
bottom of the
Yeah.
bucket list for now, because
And it's a very interesting topic for us to talk about because there are so many people out there that have different views. They just want to marry and have kids.
No,
and I'm like, what?
Fuck that.
You just settle down.
You remember your
Are you ready
grandmother?
to be parents?
You remember your grandmother?
Yeah, my oh my god! Please do tell. Do tell.
Like we're like a month and a half or 2 months into the whole thing. She's like, I want a daughter or something. I'm like, wait a second, woman. We just like, what the hell?
Yeah. And
like even my mom kind of like, you know,
dude, my dad was asking my mom remember one time I was at work, I was just checking up on my mom and I called her. She's telling my your dad is asking, is there any good news? I was like, what good news do you mean? She's like, he means babies. I'm like, no, please.
It's not a fucking
like what, I'm factory here sitting like,
it's not a popcorn machine.
exactly.
You know? Well, that's the thing, coming back to our cultures.
Yeah,
Sam, if you're American, that's completely different, but you know, the whole Middle Eastern and the Asia region, our okay, I miss what you guys said about homeschooling
and after.
Okay, back to that point. I want to know more about your idea about the homeschooling, because I was telling her because she thought homeschooling, that means like, you know, bring in a teacher to the house to teach them. I told her no, it's like mostly the parents teaching the kids and stuff like this. But I kind of agree with homeschooling, but homeschooling itself is a big ass task that the parents need to sit down and be up for the challenge, because it's gonna have.
Oh, she's saying I'm Sudanese.
Yazol.
Oh, that's
Yazol. Zol is, I know Zol might be a bad word. I don't know. Some people talk, but I'm just saying it in a joke reference.
Why would you do that then?
No. She will get it. It's not a bad thing.
Sam, I'm sorry. My husband is a dumbass.
Yeah. So you kind of know it because you are Arab. So these people, like, you know, our culture, Iranians, Arabs, Indians, they just missed out on the whole plan. Like, listen, dude, it's not this. It's, first of all, you remember we were talking, okay, why we reach maturity very early?
Yeah, because
we're dirty. We don't like when you all say Zol. I know. I'm sorry.
There you go. See, I told you he's a dumbass. Sorry, I apologize.
That's the thing. That's the thing. In this region, that word is not that offensive. But again, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I just, you know, put it out as a joke. I'm sorry again. So back to the point is that you remember we were talking about like we reaching to maturity very early. Yes,
exactly. Yeah.
It's the food.
Yeah.
You don't know what's in the food. There is so many chemicals that is actually kind of preparing you for this whole thing.
Exactly. Like, first of all, even I was speaking with Hadi that day about the way we are raised with no filters. They just feed us and they don't make us understand how much do we need, what do we actually need to eat, what is healthy. Like, when I was a kid, I don't remember tasting one fruit.
No, my mom shoved shit up my mouth.
Like, at least she did. Yeah. Mine did not.
Like, my mom used to like give me green peppers. I told you.
Yeah, you used to eat them like apples.
Yeah, because I just pick up the green apple and just like I go ape shit on it. Because what happened? She used to give me the food as like, listen, there is this piece of holy crap. That's my sister.
Oh, hi.
Okay, this is Farouk, my elder sister. Thanks a lot for dropping by.
That's a surprise. Yeah. Wow.
Because she has a kid, so she can, you know, get to it.
So she's saying before having a kid, you should be fully ready mentally and emotionally and even physically. It's the biggest mission which has anyone can force. We are kids. We are our kids' mirror.
We just can't blame working parent, and if they're a single parent, that makes it very difficult to manage life daily issues and raising a healthy child, as you can't avoid having a domestic help or a nanny. Basically, if you're not ready, you better not have kids and bring another innocent soul to this world and mess with them. Exactly.
Yeah, by transferring your friends. Exactly.
To them. Exactly.
I agree to that a lot. A lot.
Sam loves it as well. Here we go.
Yeah. So that's why we're doing the same. Like we would rather not have one when we know that we are not in that kind of space in life where we know that it would be not that advantageous to have a child. So it's better we are both mentally prepared, physically, and as she said, like even all the things that fit right into place, and then we would know that it's the right time to have one. So other than that, there's also my medical issues which we need to take care of. Other than that, adopting. So
like for me is just the aftermath. Okay, the easy part is to make it.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna go through the pain. It's gonna be sleepless nights, this and that. But the aftermath.
What do you mean I'm going to go through the pain? I'm going to make you run for all my cravings, okay?
I know, so...
You're going to get me bhel. By the way, bhel, Sam, is like a street food of India, so...
I mean, she studied in Indian school. I think she would know.
She probably knows.
Comment, Sam, if you know what's bhel puri.
If I have any cravings, like, I already prepare him, like, see, okay, I'm going to need this, especially during my, days, which I call Shark Week.
So the thing is, okay...
Yeah, sorry.
Aside of the whole painful run that both of us gonna have is gonna be the aftermath.
Exactly.
Like you don't know. I mean, you don't know where you gonna screw up.
Yeah.
Because any tiny screw up we do, it's gonna have that chain reaction.
Literally, you can't take the eyes off of the child. That's why.
She's saying, and pregnancy itself is a trauma to the body.
Exactly.
The whole other can of worms. Exactly.
And I've seen so many documentaries on that. And read books, so I know myself. So. But I mean, if it's the right time and he really wants one, I would go through all of that. I don't care. I mean, I love kids myself, but it only depends that it should be just the right time. That's it.
Like the right time is one of the factors. Other than that, okay, Furugh is saying, but not to forget that having a child is a blessing if you know how to deal with them on each step of their life to direct them in a right path. Parenthood is not to be overprotective. You should be their friend. Basically, it's a blessing if you can go through
Exactly. Like, for example, like I had a very strict mom, so I wish that I had a mom that was a little bit free-minded, where I could get my choices to make, my experiences to have to decide the right and wrong instead of being fed, unnecessary bullshit to just keep me safe.
Sam is saying, please don't have kids for another person.
Yeah, exactly. Like my parents are like, why aren't you having kids? We are growing old. We need grandchildren. I'm like, why?
I mean, because the way they raised you, I mean, back in your place in India, it's just like, I mean, apparently your family had a lot of adopted kids as well. So it's a thing. Once you're in your own homeland and you have your own kind of a back cushion that you can lean on, that's a different story. But if you don't have anyone and you're all on your own, and financial issues are there, or that whole mental issue is there, having that fear of what future would be, it's just like gives it, like it kind of goes hand to hand, and it doesn't give you that clear mind to go ahead with any plan. That's why Sam is saying Gilmore Girls style mom. I would have to love Lorraine.
Exactly.
I'm not aware of Gilmore Girls.
It's like a very cool mom kind of a character. So I wish I would have had that as well. But it's part of our culture, I guess, that because they're raised that way, they're that mentality and all of that.
It's crazy. Mindset. It's crazy because Furugh is saying there is no guarantee that your kids will take care of you when you grew old. Never should have any expectations from them. Just pray and give them the best raising.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically creating another part of the society.
Well, basically, the point is there. How you can put that. Okay, it's not expectations. We feel as humans that it's expectation. If I'm raising you, we kind of. I mean, we have it between us even.
But I mean, that's why I tell that if you teach your child the basic humanity, that is enough.
Well, that's the thing.
That is enough, because love comes after that, the affection comes after that, the responsibility comes after that. It's just that you teach the child to be a good human and they take care of it themselves. Like, imagine if you're being a good parent, you're being their best friend, you're giving them everything. Do you think that they would want you out of their life or like forget you when they get old?
No,
when we get old?
Not.
No,
obviously
they won't.
Not.
Like, they will show up. They will. Of course, it depends on their character.
Sam is saying, question, since you're all two from different cultures, can you all tell me what culture aspect you lost and what new traditions you've combined for yourself.
Such an interesting question. That's very interesting.
Short stuff want to become. Oh, okay. This is one of these random ass ads, which we need mods for this stuff to get rid of.
Mods,
Sam, that's a very, very
good question.
Smart question. I literally have no idea, but I can say that our cultures are very, because I've been exposed to the Indian culture.
Yeah, and
by the way, my sister Farouk, she learned Hindi language just by watching Indian movies.
So she's also very fluent in the language and she knows all the cultural traits
since childhood, that whole Indian thing
sorry baby, but she's asking what are the cultural aspects you lost. Then I'll come to the second half. Half of the question.
Okay, you answer.
Okay, so I tried to lose everything. I tried to lose everything that was there in the way my parents raised me or what I know about my culture, because I want to be a completely different person than what I was set to be by them, so my culture, it is very rich in types of hospitality and all those things, the generic stuff is still there, but I don't like the restrictive old family values and all that is so it's redundant now, it's not, in our lifestyle currently it cannot work. So considering that I'm his wife and he's a very a public figure here in the Middle East, so especially in Dubai, many musicians and artists know him, so I cannot go into my old ways and expect to be a modern wife for him, so that will be a kind of a downfall, and also it will hold back a lot of my talents, I feel.
I'll just read Farouk's comment. She's saying children just need a lot of love and nothing but love. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But again, how that love can be transcend to them without sending the wrong message. And
exactly. Or being overbearing. That's another thing that mothers and parents
I'm not
will
trying to overshadow what she's saying. She's a mother and she has a better perspective about this. I've never been a father.
I mean, you can provide love and care as much as you can, but in the end, we need to trust them to make their own choices.
Exactly. But it needs a structure.
Exactly. I didn't have that trust, so I was never given the opportunity to prove myself that I can make right choices in life.
Exactly. That's what I said. For me, especially, it was always that background answer. By default that it's gonna be no.
Exactly. Or you're gonna fuck up.
Exactly.
Why expect the worst of your child, that you're gonna do something bad or you're gonna misuse something? Exactly. Give us the opportunity to prove ourselves first.
Yeah. And regarding Sam's question, the thing is for me, because I've been with my family my whole life.
Yeah.
Been introduced to different cultures. So, but the culture that I took and ran with it was the Western culture. So I'm sure most of us are like this. That's why we connect easily.
Yeah.
So for me, I didn't lose, but I kept them on standby.
Yeah.
I don't follow the cultural things. I take what is good. You know what I'm talking. We said, dude, come on, this part really makes sense. Some parts really make sense to us.
I mean, their culture is very humble and very loving, and they're such oh my god, Iranians are very humble people. I love their way of treatment of others. The food. Food is it's a part of every culture. So, but really, I mean, I think that is. But she's also asking the second part of the question.
I'm sad to hear that. Yes, believe in shedding the nonsense, but some things are still to be
treasured. Exactly, like what I said, that the values that we get from our, for example, whenever someone comes home, I have to make food, and I make a lot of food. So he tells me, why are you cooking so much, you have to do so much. I said, I don't care. This is how my culture taught me to, this is what I did in my house. I would do it these are the parts that I can't let go of, so
Sam is saying, so the other day I realized that my Nigerian fella will never know to pet name me in the special way we do in Sudan, and I felt that
that is because in each language they have the special words, how, for example, in Farsi he called me Azizam, which means my dearest. So I can understand that. That's a huge kind of cultural difference, I feel. But I mean, he must be for sure saying it in his own sweet way. So I guess,
Farouk is saying, I agree with you. They should be given the chance and freedom to choose and be independent. That's very important aspect, which all parents miss time to time.
Exactly. And also, Sam had asked the second half of the question, which part of our, what did we do to add new traditions to our life? That what we made for ourselves.
Well, we have taco nights. I mean,
so taco nights is a culture.
To be honest to you, I've never paid attention to this section because, you know,
I guess we're just so winging it day by day because
not even winging. We're just like so connected that we know what we want to do. Like we barely even like discuss what we want to do.
Exactly, because
it's kind of pre-planned.
Yeah, because he knows that what is my character. He knows what are my weaknesses and my strengths, and what are my triggers and stuff like that. She's saying
she loves how we're tackling two topics.
Yeah.
This goes with ADHD.
Exactly, because he has, and I'm trying to attend to comments as because I'm supposed to be the moderator in the chat, so apparently, so yeah, I'm trying my best to like give each topic the attention it requires.
I mean, like third culture lifestyle. Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, even when
because he will combine what he learned from his mom or his family, and then I will combine what I learned from my mom and my family.
Most of it are very similar
because
it's just different variations.
Yeah, exactly.
The end result is the same thing.
Exactly. And when we combine that and we make it like something that we deal with different stages of our marriage, like when we first were dating and then we got married, and the whole process of convincing our families and everything, and then how we got into like just building a small home, and basically it just became like a default, like everything every day was just default, that whatever we were understanding and about each other, it became very easy and fluid that way. And touchwood really that was the biggest thing I can say.
That's why I said we clicked. And to be honest to you, Sam, I mean, this might be kind of a shock to some people, because this whole scenario is a shock to everyone, because it's a shock to us. I remember first time I was telling you, like, how we can explain this to anyone. It's just gonna be stupid. Like, they will be like, what the hell happened?
Exactly.
The thing is that we click a lot, and I feel that I've been with her, like maybe in my previous life, or like something was there. She is very familiar, like it's so
I love you.
No, I'm serious. I love you too, but seriously, to a dangerous level. So many times it was like, what's happening? This is too
we walk around and we like say the same thing at the same time, at least 20 times a day.
Exactly.
So it feels like as if we're just functioning as one body and one brain. So I guess all these things don't really matter. The culture or the way of lifestyle doesn't matter, as long as like it's just a fluid existence,
Is that connection?
And I feel that's what like people, when I see out there, they're just like having issues on random things and troubles on random things.
Man, how many times we pinpoint people that they're like, dude.
Yeah, like it could be sorted out so soon. So yeah. Sam is saying also, I'm sorry I derailed you from the original topic. Y'all can go back to crop circle. I was thinking, when we were discussing all this, I'm like, what am I gonna put on social media?
Is, like
we were supposed to talk about crop circles.
Yeah, we're going in a circle now. We're gonna come back to the crop. And she's saying twin souls.
Yeah,
exactly. That's how I feel. I tell her, like, come on, man, your soul. It's like,
I feel like I'm the female version of his soul.
Exactly. I like, God forbid, I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
Touch wood.
I'm sure that Sam, you must be also having that kind of connection with your partner as well, and like you feel that kind of
sometimes I tell her, like, whenever even we dwell in some arguments, which at the end of the day I realized that it was really garbage.
Yeah.
Because this is driven from my old life.
Yeah.
From my
This is why I tell that's why I told that in the beginning when Sarem and Salman were asking what are your flaws, because any type of flaws that we both have
Sam
for each
asked,
other.
What is your flaw?
Sam, sorry. Sam asked, sorry, my bad. I have goldfish memory, so forgive me.
Oh yeah, she has.
So it's just that when you know what the person's gone through, you know that the way they are behaving or reacting is their defense mechanism, and they have walls in their head when something happens and it triggers them. So when something triggers them, I know what triggers you know what triggers me. So that's it. You know how to tackle around that problem.
It's just the old weapon that, like, I'm sure, Sam, you might have. Salman is saying thanks, Nazi.
No, it's Salman.
Salman. Sorry. Sam is saying, look up twin flame.
Soulmates and mirror souls. Yeah. Exactly.
Like, what are these?
For soul twins kind of terminology.
So,
but I mean, it's very easy if you go to see. It's just based on your own kind of, as I said, intellectual compatibility. First is the brains that need to work together, other than just the hearts and the bodies. So I feel that's the biggest thing.
I've told her so many times, like, even my mom told me this after the marriage, like, she was always like praying for me that an angel in the form of a human being appears in my way. And this, I mean, come on, man, this is not far off, so the whole point is that for me it was that link immediately we got connected. It didn't take us
and
long.
I never tell him anything no, like I never give him a no answer. Like whatever he wants to do creatively as a human being, as my husband or whatever in life, like I never tell him no, because we've heard so many no's from our parents. And like they've kept our either mentality or our hearts so caged into you shouldn't feel this way, you need to be strong or whatever, like I tell him that if you're going through some stress, talk to me. If you want to cry to me. Like I don't have that thing that no, men have to be strong, he shouldn't cry, I'm the woman, I should have the no. It's never been like that ever. So I give him that kind of
she's saying hold it together, man, this happens to me.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean you started the floodgates of all these kind of topics.
Which I like, literally I don't mind talking about this.
I don't mind either. Like I'm an
friends,
open book.
they know me. Yeah, I mean, she knows me. Like I told her, like, you will never catch me cheating because I'm so naive and I fuck up easily. And I actually wear my heart on my sleeve, and it actually got me into trouble.
Yeah,
like, for being super straight up and like
Yeah, no, but about loyalty, he's that department I don't have to worry about. Thank God, touch wood. But really, he's.
Believe me, I'm here for it.
I don't have to. So, and I'm a family-oriented girl, so like for me, if I'm focused on the house, sometimes there are times when I don't even remember to call my family because I'm so engrossed with his things, and he's also trying to push me towards my art and stuff like that. So.
Well, the thing is, like, for example, like. She was asking me, I wish she met me when we were younger. I'm like,
I really wish that.
The thing is, like, I told her, okay, I wish that too, but I am happy that we actually met at this moment because we are mature enough to actually pick the best options for ourselves.
Yeah, and we've been through the bullshit of our previous partners where all their flaws and stuff what we face. Dirty is loyal, I can watch for that. Yeah, exactly. So if Salman is saying, I know because he knows you since the early days.
Yes.
So I have no fears of that. And he's 24/7 with me. Even if he's not with me, I know that he's thinking of me. And I'm just grateful.
I mean, it's... thank God that the universe worked this way, and I am not regretting anything.
Yeah, we were just two tortured souls, just drifting in time.
We survived the AKB.
Exactly. Like hats off to you, Salman, for staying by his side even after knowing
Salman is my guitarist, by the way, Sam. He's in my band, and
he's.
I survived the AKB.
Exactly.
Like, man, it's just life is simple, but.
I think people just overcomplicate it for no reason.
No. Okay, overcomplicating is there, but the point is remaining. Who made the first fuck up?
Who?
Because no. Really okay. You are saying you don't care. You're gonna live your own life, which I agree to. But that whole fuck up in the beginning was the reason of this cycle going off track.
Yeah.
Some shit happened to the human body. Some shit happened to the human mental health.
Yeah.
Something happened. It's just okay. I feel
that humanity is just too lost now, because if you go to see all the kids that are growing up to have their own kids now, they have some kind of either hidden illness or hidden traumas or hidden stress and stuff that they can't deal with themselves, which never got to be processed or heard. So imagine if you're raising someone or you're starting a life with someone else and imagine their baggage plus your own baggage. Imagine how much you have to deal with.
Plus the society's baggage.
Exactly.
That it's way over.
And your family's baggage.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how much pressure it can put on people.
I mean, for example, okay, like your folks wants us to have kids.
Yeah.
If you reply to them as like, okay.
Your mom also wants us to have kids.
But she knows me.
Yeah.
Sam is saying dirty song, rev for y'all.
Koje Radical.
Something in the water. Okay, that's the song name.
Okay.
Farouk is saying, I have no intention of acting like a granny, but I believe we can blame our parents much because they have had their own exactly. Maybe I'm too old, but
old school.
Yeah, old school, but that's what I believe. Sam, for sure, man, if you can send me the link on on IG or something, that would be great. I will check it out for sure. Or maybe you're giving a reference because I'm really not aware of that song. And Farouk, exactly, I mean, but again, as you said, we can't blame them.
Thank you for the suggestion, Sam, by the way. It's really...
Thanks a lot.
I'm sure that there is something in the lyrics that will catch our eye because she's saying this for a specific thing.
Hey, I like hip-hop, so...
I'm not saying...
Okay.
When did I say
back to the comment.
Okay.
Yes, our parents, I mean, we can't blame them because also, that's what I told you exactly.
Yeah.
We don't know what they went through.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just put them under the spotlight, so answer why you did this.
I agree with what Farouk is saying. But, for example, if a parent realizes that they have been through something and they have their own issues and they have their own background stuff, if they don't process it before having a child or even after having a child, imagine the impact that can have on another human being or even for yourself. Imagine the pressure you're putting yourself under. You don't even know you have so much to deal with. And then imagine a kid comes to you and then, they want your attention and they want your mental space. So
Salman is saying, dirty remember, smile, empty soul, silhouettes. Exactly. I love that song.
I've never heard of that, unfortunately.
It's a very depressive song, awesome song too. If you like grunge, post-grunge, you will love it.
Yeah, perfect for this convo. Awesome song too.
Yeah.
Oh, then I would love to listen to it.
Exactly. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for hanging around with us. This is gonna be for tonight. And Sam.
Although we were supposed to discuss crop circles.
We're gonna do it on the next session, Tuesday. We're gonna do another session of absolute shenanigans, which is actually not shenanigans. It's actually turning into informative sessions.
This was therapy. Thank you, Sam and Farouk and Salman, to just sticking around and watching us talk about
thanks a lot for the support.
Our personal life. But
we appreciate it if you tell your friends about the page, and if you like this content, please spread the word about us. And
Tuesday same time.
Yes, Tuesday 9 p.m. Dubai 5 p.m. GMT. And thanks a lot, Farouk, Sam, Salman, Saram, and whoever joined us for this session.
Farouk is saying take care, all the best. Take care too. Be safe.
Take care, guys. Have a nice night, and we're gonna see you guys on when was it? Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, goldfish memory
exactly.
I'm just rubbing off on him.
So we're gonna see you guys on Tuesday 9 p.m. DXP and 5 p.m. GMT.
Join us for more
of informative sessions.
I always plan, but it never happens. So
next session we're gonna talk about it for sure for circle crop.
Yeah.
A crop circle.
Would love to have you back, Sam, Salman, Farouk, Sam, all the guys who are watching.
Sam, you're a great soul.
Yeah.
I would love to have a Zoom conversation.
Please. I need to have a cup of coffee.
Exactly.
Just pick her mind.
Exactly. You guys take care of yourself. Stay safe and.
Salman is saying dirty push Josh and Z for the song.
Yep, we need to. I mean, you know what Z is about. So
they're all band members of
Z is our
AKB.
drummer.
Yeah.
No worries, guys. Take care of yourself and have a good night. And
bye.
Take care of yourself. Stay safe.